Hello, welcome to another video here on Lissa's Raw Food Romance. My name is Lissa and I've been following a raw diet since 2014. Today we are doing yet another why I don't video, and today's topic is why I don't fear eating more food. So let's dive into that topic in this video. Thank you so much for joining me today for another video here on my channel. I appreciate you, as always, spending some time with me. If you enjoy these videos, please go check out all the other resources that we have in the description box below. We've got 40% off all of our ebooks. We have 30 ebooks, including our new Raw Vegan Culinary Techniques ebook with 55 of our favorite recipes in there to teach you some of the techniques. We've got wraps, burgers, tostadas, nice cream, sushi, all kinds of deliciousness, and everything is 40% off with code RAWFOOD40 at payhip.com/rawfoodromance. That link is in the description box below with the link to our school community. Over there, we do our live raw food classes where you can hang out with Nate and I in the kitchen, join the monthly challenges, read the daily posts, hang out with other people, get encouragement, get accountability, that kind of thing. All happening over in the school community, school.com, SKOOL.com, search for Raw Food Romance, or like I said, click the link in the description box below. We've got other links down there too, so go check them out. So today, why I don't fear eating more volume, why I don't fear that. Now, when I first went raw, I definitely was worried about eating more. I was told that I need to eat more. In some of the groups, the raw food groups that I was part of back in the day, everybody would say, like, make sure you eat enough, you gotta eat more. And I was like, okay. It didn't take long for me to realize that that was truth, because I was feeling hungry and I was like, okay, I need to eat more. Obviously, on a low fat diet, you can eat a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, bigger salads, that kind of thing, and it can help to satiate you because our bodies need an appropriate amount of calories every day, our bare minimum requirement, our BMR, plus all activity. So if we're not eating enough, our body's going to be hungry, we're going to run into cravings, and we're going to be nutritionally deficient if we don't eat enough and enough variety. So it's really important. But in the early days before I went raw, and for most of my life, I was taught that we needed to eat less to lose weight. We need to eat less to live longer. We need to eat less, eat less, eat less, eat less, eat less to detox, eat less for everything, right? We're taught so hard to eat less and to fear big quantities of food. Now, the thing is that raw food is low in calorie density. That means we need to eat more of them to get the appropriate amount of calories. Whereas with cooked food, and especially ultra-processed foods, oils and animal products are so calorie dense that it's easy to eat a lot of them and get way too many calories. So the volume of the food is very different. With raw food, you have to eat a huge amount. With the other foods, you're kind of limited. And that's where the whole like restrictive mindset, I believe, has been fueled by the foods that people are choosing, the ultra processed foods, the animals and the oils and the high fat options. These all have to be limited, because they're so easy to eat a lot of and fill the stomach with a huge amount of calories. Compared with raw food, you can really only fit like 500 to 700 calories in your stomach at any given meal. So it's really hard to overeat on raw, very hard. It's easy to overeat oils and fats for sure. They take up a lot less space in the stomach by giving like a huge amount of calories. So the less space means you can eat more. Lower calorie takes up more space, which means you have to eat more often, right? Because it's really easy to digest food. So you might be hungrier a little bit more often throughout the day, and that's okay. It's just a sign that you need to eat. Eat when you feel a little hungry and eat more throughout the day to make sure that you get enough calories. Now, like I said, when I first started, I was very scared of eating more calories. I had never eaten more calories on a diet, so to speak. I was always limiting my calories when I would do some kind of a diet. And anytime that I would try raw, I was definitely not eating enough. I was eating very low calorie and I was eating too high fat. I was trying to fill the void by eating more fats. And I was finding I was a lot more sluggish. I didn't feel as good as I thought I would. I didn't have as much energy. And I'm like, like, aren't we supposed to have more energy on a raw diet? But I was loading up on the fats because I wasn't eating enough fresh produce. I just wasn't eating enough. I wasn't eating huge smoothies and fruit for snacks and big, huge, giant salads and things like that. I was just eating smaller portions because I was indoctrinated to believe that we needed less to be healthy, less to lose weight, less to detox, all of this. But we need more of the supportive foods. We need to actually eat enough calories so that we can sustain body movements and compensate for the amount of energy that we're expending every day on other activities like work, errands, laundry, making food, talking, working, exercising, going for walks, chasing our kids. All of these take more calories on top of our bare minimum requirement. So when I learned that, it really released a lot of the fear. I was like, okay, well, I'm eating the correct types of foods, the whole foods, the low fat options. They're not ultra processed. They're raw. They're healthy for me. So I can eat more of them. And I quickly learned that I needed to eat a lot more calories to stay satiated and to make sure that I was getting a broader range of nutrition in my diet. Now, it's interesting to see the reactions of certain people when they see the huge salads that Nate and I eat. We have a friend who did a lot of raw. She ate a lot of raw food a lot of the time. And we had planned to go have dinner with her, and we brought our salads and we brought extra for them as well. And when we made our salads in front of her and her husband, they were shocked. And these are people who do raw, like they eat a high raw diet. They eat a lot of raw. But when they saw our salads, they're like, oh, I guess that's why I struggle. I'm not eating enough. I'm not eating big enough salads. And a big salad is harder to eat because, yes, it's going to take more time. You're going to have to chew it more. But like Nate likes to say, this is a chewing lifestyle, a chewing-based lifestyle. And yeah, we have to chew. We have to chew our food to start the digestive process because digestion begins in the mouth. So we have to chew. And a bigger salad is going to take more time, but it's going to be so much better for us than rushing through a meal and eating really fast and not being able to digest it properly and feeling meh. You know, we don't want to feel like that. So taking the extra time to chew and to eat these bigger salads is really important. And like I said, it's amazing to me to watch the reactions of people who do follow like a lot of raw concepts and eat a lot of raw food to see and be like, oh, I am definitely not eating enough. Now that I see what you guys are eating, I know I'm not eating enough. And that's probably why I'm struggling. And that's why so many people struggle, is because they just aren't eating enough. They're not eating big enough salads. They're not having big enough fruit smoothies. They're not eating enough fruit throughout the day. So seeing the volume is really important too, so that you can adjust and get used to eating more. Because like I said, when you're over here in diet culture and you're eating foods that you have to limit the amount because they're so high in calorie density, we're taught we need to limit. But on a raw diet, you can't limit. You got to eat enough. You got to eat adequate calories. And I'm not talking about overeating. I'm talking about eating the appropriate amount of calories for your bare minimum needs and your activity, so that you feel good, that you get enough variety in so you can cover your nutritional bases and all of that. So that's why I don't fear eating enough. It took some time to get used to that because I was really stuck hard in diet culture, limiting calories, trying to eat less for longevity and all this kind of stuff. I don't believe in that. I believe that we need to eat more calories, but it took time. It took time to really build that belief and reinforce that belief by how I felt when I did eat more calories in my salad, more volume really. Because, you know, the more volume you eat, the more calories you're going to get, the better you're going to feel. But of course, they're the correct kinds of calories, of options, right? Fresh fruit, leafy greens, vegetables, sprouts, those kinds of things. And if you're looking for recipes, we have over 1,000 recipes across 30 of our ebooks, including the brand new Raw Vegan Culinary Techniques ebook with 55 recipes in there, some of our favorite recipes to help you learn some of the culinary techniques. Everything, all our ebooks and ebook collections are all 40% off with code RAWFOOD40. The link is in the description box below for our ebooks. Also, the link to our school community where you can watch us live in the kitchen, hang out with us in the kitchen multiple times a month. Nate and I love to hang out with you and answer questions and show you our tips and tricks and talk about all kinds of stuff. It's really, really fun. We would love to see you in there. And we also have other links in the description box below. So if you want to see those, Amazon store, Substack, sign up, all that, check out the description box. And we'll be back tomorrow for another video, another Why I Don't video. We will see you then. Until then, I love you and fruit on.